Internet, hello and welcome to OKLCS Spring 2018 Platinum Capped Quarterfinals. We saw the last one last night. The old Razzle Dazzle, the number 6 seed, taking an upset victory over Gecko Slammed Armageddon, the number 3 seed, after they had lost to them in the regular season. So they will be the ones moving on to the semifinals. And they, as the number 6 seed, are guaranteed to play against the number 1 seed Oklahoma Platinum Rush. So the next quarterfinal is what we will be seeing tonight. It is going to be between Platinum Cap number 4 seed iMEN, by the way, and number 5 seed Deathcap for Cutie. I'm Alex Agent A22, joined by David Cossack here on the desk to cast this first game with us. How are you doing?
I am just fantastic. I'm looking forward to see some good League of Legends tonight.
Yeah. David is the support player for OU Gold, who has just qualified for Gold Cap playoffs. So you'll be seeing them on the 7th as well. And the players look to be about ready to go. We will give them the ready signal and see if we can't get into Champions League for game number 1.
Yeah,
So, yeah, go ahead.
I'm really interested to watch this game in particular between these two teams because I have casted a few of iMEN, by the way's games in the past, and I am starting to actually get accustomed to watching, Give Me the Tendies and Fourth Shot and Rep It in particular, and it's gonna be a good one. I like these. I like these players.
All right, so Ironmen, by the way, are the number 4 seed. They get to pick side selection as the higher seed, and they've opted for the red side in game number 1. Uh, there's a lot of benefits to going for that red side. You get the counter pick first off. You get to pick 2 power picks after you give away the number 1 pick, quote unquote. And also you get to see sort of like what does Deathcap for Cutie prioritize in their rotations as far as picks go. The first ban away by Deathcap for Cutie is the Jax. And then a Warwick ban. I assume that this is going to be targeted at the jungler of iMEN, by the way.
Yeah, and on the side of iMEN, by the way, they are going to ban Anivia and then Tom Kench, kind of spreading a little bit wider
Yeah, I
across.
would guess that this is just we don't want to play against these champions, so we're going to ban them.
Yeah, and Anivia and Tom Kench aren't particularly strong right now. They're just, annoying.
And now Ironman, by the way, and Deathcap for Kitty, when these two teams met in the regular season, Ironman, by the way, were the ones who took the victory 2-0 over Deathcap for Cutie. Deathcap for Cutie, they're here and they need to win this series in order to qualify for semifinals, to qualify for that LAN on April 7th. Fiora banned away by Deathcap for Cutie from Ironman, by the way, and they will first pick
Ooh.
Kaisa, but that leaves open Riven, which Give Me the Tendies has shown an affinity for. Kaisa first pick for Deathcap for Cutie. That's a very risky pick to pick blind. It's a very short range ADC. They did buff her range. It's still relatively short. And Xayah picked up for Ironman, by the way, a very strong power pick. And they will actually get the Rakan as well.
Yeah.
So that's a really powerful dual
Yeah,
lane
that
already.
was the red side strat right there. Getting to pick your entire bot lane and a very strong bot lane such as Xayah Rakan into the Kaisa, so they know what they're dealing with, and Xayah and Rakan can really beat up Kaisa if she's not prepared and protected by a tanky support.
Xayah Rakan was nerfed uh, more recently. When you have the Deadly Plumage active, you can't just proc each other's feathers by attacking. Morgana and Shaco are the pickup for
Wow.
Deathcap for Cutie, and a Swain for Iron Man, by the way,
Okay.
heading into the second rotation of bans.
So both teams have taken their ADC. Now Morgana is a flex pick, could be a support, could be a mid laner. I don't know
I
if
I doubt it's going to be a mid lane Morgana, but we have seen it before. I would assume it's going to be support. Morgana is kind of a soft counter to Rakan because his CC is very telegraphed. You can just put the Black Shield as he's about
yeah.
to like pop up. Once he hits 6 though, it's a little bit harder to do. You kind of have to do it preemptively. Xerath taken away by Iron Man, by the way, and a Skarner banned by Deathcap for Cutie. They're really trying to pinch that top or that jungle pool.
Yeah, and rightfully so. The king has shown what his I've seen his Jax, his Sejuani, and like not much else. And jungle isn't particularly a diverse role at the moment. so it can get pretty dicey if you get rid of most of the power picks in the jungle.
Xerath and Talia were the bans in the second rotation by Ironman, by the way, pinching away the mid lane pool for Kawaii Sheep, who I assume is the mid laner. If I'm not
I
mistaken,
think,
that's where he had played before.
yeah,
And then there's the Sejuani ban, like you were
yeah.
talking about. More jungle bans towards Ironman, by the way. Camille.
So Camille Jungle has been a very strong early ganking pick. Really easy to force flashes early since, especially on the solo laners.
But
Oh,
no, it's Gragas.
Gragas.
I imagine actually that if they do lock in the Camille, it will go to give me the tendies in the top lane.
Have a Swain mid and Camille top.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gimme the Tendies has shown a lot of strength on Camille
Yeah.
and Riven specifically, but
I remember the way they like to have give me the tendies on one of these very strong outplay style top laners. Um Camille, Riven, Fiora, which was
oh,
banned, and
okay.
they will take the Camille away on the side of Deathcap for Cutie. Parallelogram will be taking that to the top lane. And now a mid lane has to be picked for the side of Deathcap for Cutie here for Kawaii Sheep. Could potentially be up against the Swain, but there is the potential for counterpick in either of the solo lanes for the side of Ironman, by the way.
Yeah, so and the Scion is gonna go in, so that would wait, what?
Whoa!
Scion
So
mid?
it could be Morgana mid, like you were talking about, and the Scion support.
Yeah,
The
I'm not
thing,
sure which is weirder right
yeah,
now.
I'm super confused here. I know that Parallelogram is a very prolific Scion player, uh, but I'm very perplexed as to who's getting what.
They're
Uh,
not trading. It looks like a Scion support.
yeah, this is Riven for
Okay,
Iron Man, by the
okay.
way.
It's a Morgana support. Scion. Wait, Scion mid. Yeah, okay. I've seen that. I think.
Okay.
I think.
The,
Korea. LCK has played
yeah,
Scion mid a few
LCK has
times.
played Scion mid a few times. There has been words, or there have been whispers of Scion mid in among OKLCS players in Diamond Capped.
But
We'll
I am
see.
excited to see how this plays out. Swain versus Scion. Uh, both of them. I don't know. They're not particularly bullies, but they can definitely knock each other around a bit.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Scion mid, piloted by Kawaii Sheep, as opposed to the Scion that Parallelogram is very good at. Instead, he will be taking the Camille. A Camille versus Riven lane. That's
That's
has
gonna
a
be
lot of
bloody.
potential for, outplays on either side. We are getting into the 3-minute spectator delay. Deathcap for Cutie on the blue side, they are the number 5 seed coming in. Ironman, by the way, on the red side, the number 4 seed. And again, this is the matchup that will determine who gets to play up against Oklahoma Platinum Rush in the semifinals, the number 1 seed. So we will see.
Yeah, so before we've got 2 minutes to talk about it. So I'd like to talk about this bot lane. Pro Shiznitz on Kaisa with Shirani's Morgana versus the Xayah Rakan bot lane from Ironman, by the way. Rakan has a very telegraphed CC and can easily, be avoided by Shirani's Black Shield. But if they group up, if they both get in range, that's pretty much a death sentence for whoever doesn't get Black Shielded.
Yeah, Kai'Sa is one of the champions that a lot of players consider, abysmally bad early game. She does a lot of damage, but it takes a little bit. You want to get those items so that you can get those amplified abilities. And also short ranges. It is something that does hurt in the laning phase against better players who can really abuse it. Proshistance and Shirani, they do have the potential. Well, with the Black Shield, they have the potential to play more of a safe style in the bottom lane. Just try and farm out to get Kaisa to that later game stage. And I actually quite like the. Well, I don't know how much of this comp was planned or how much of it was reactive to what Ironman, by the way, picked. But Kaisa does a decent chunk of magic damage.
Oh yeah,
Her, I think it's, does her W do magic
her
damage?
W does
Her
magic
W
damage.
does
Yes.
magic damage and her passive does magic damage. When you have primarily physical damage top, mid, and jungle, Scion, Camille, and Shaco, that's something that is important to have. Otherwise, the tanks on the side of Iron Man, by the way, and even the bruisers can just build a little bit of armor, have it be very gold efficient, and really shut down a lot of what Deathcap or Cutie wants to do.
Yeah. And on the other hand, iMEN, by the way, the only significant source of magic damage they have is Demon Prince Swain. And Swain doesn't even really do that much in terms of, blowing people up. It's just kind of like team fight damage where Swain kind of stands around and CCs people
It
and the
is a
rest of his
lot over the
people,
course
yeah.
of a fight, though. It is a lot of damage. Swain, and most of the time you see these Swains go for the Rod of Ages and more AP builds. It can do a lot of damage. There's a lot in that the shotgun, the Death's Hand. If you hit it all on one person, it hurts really bad. Uh, but Iron Man, by the way, we saw this sort of a little bit in the last series. Zaya and Swain are both very, very good kiting champions. You can just throw the never move out as they're chasing you. It'll come back, and if they're still chasing you, if they chase you in a straight line, they'll just get rooted, and you can pull them in for the turn, or you can just continue running, whether depending on what you want. The spectator delay is about done. We are getting into the loading screen for Deathcap for Cutie versus Iron Man. By the way, game number 1. We'll see which of these teams can pull out victory here.
All right, let's take a look at these runes while we load in and get into the beginning of the game. We have pretty standard runes for everyone. Fleet Footwork on the ADCs, Comet Camille, Comet Scion. But what I'd like to talk about is Fourth Shot's Guardian. Now, Rakan does have a bunch of different rune paths that he can take. Guardian is not one that I am particularly in favor of, but I see how it can be used for, basically keeping that Zaya safe and making sure that she can scale up and.
Yeah. So Guardian is like the tankier option choice for Rakan. It does something that a lot of players don't know is that aside from giving the shield, it also when you pop the shield, it gives a movement speed boost, which is really good on Rakan. Rakan really likes the movement speed because it increases the travel speed of his grand entrance, and you want to be running through the entirety of the enemy team while the quickness is running. Looks like we are going to have a pause. I'm not sure why that is just yet. We'll see if we can figure out what is the problem here.
Although I would wonder if Repit and Fourth Shot would want to go.
Looks like we're done with that.
Well, I would wonder if Repit and Fourth Shot would want to go more aggressive in this lane. Kai'Sa is not a strong early game champion, and Morgana also doesn't really have that much of her pick potential that she has in the later game. So the Guardian.
5 stack by Deathcap for Cutie, but also a 5 stack by Iron Man, by the way. They're passing like ships in the night yet again. We've seen this a few times. Depends on which route Iron Man, by the way, choose to head out, and it looks like Deathcap for Cutie gonna go for an invade on the blue side while their red side just got invaded.
Yeah.
These teams will probably run into each other going into that island brush on their way out. It looks like the brush will be controlled by Iron Man, by the way, so they will see it first. Deathcap for Cutie, now they see all the members of Iron Man, by the way. The Body Slam only finds one, but there's Dark Binding in. Decimating Smash interrupted by the Grand Entrance on Fourth Shot. A flash away from Shy Running. Kawaii Sheep on the run. Ignite was ticking away. Give me the Tendies goes in. Broken Wings picks up First Blood. Give me the Tendies takes down Parallelogram. They lose him over to Proshishness Kai'Sa. They've lost the passive, but here comes Kawaii Sheep as he respawns in. A 2-man knockup from the Grand Entrance from Fourth Shot will secure another kill, and it will be a 3-for-1 in favor of Iron Man, by the way, but it's not quite over yet. Soapy trying to find a way out, but he's found by the Body Slam from the King. It's a 4-for-1 in favor of Iron Man, by the way.
Oh, and that is the top 4 members, everyone but the support for Iron Man, by the way, now has a kill. Riven with 2 longswords now going into lane, whereas Camille just has her starting items. This is good for Gimme the Tendies.
Oh yeah, man, that is the roughest start you can have for Deathcap for Cutie.
Yeah. And as well, Soapy was killed last of all of the members of Deathcap for Cutie. So he is forced to now take his red buff without a leash.
Parallelogram got a good trade there, but Gimme the Tendies hits his level 2, pops the shield. So we will get into the more standard laning phase. So what we're saying, Rakan with Guardian, that's something that you can take. It's actually pretty good on Rakan, but a lot of Rakan players, as they get higher up, you like the Unsealed Spellbook just for the ability to make a lot of plays with your reduced summoner spell cooldowns and the ability to switch from Ignite to Exhaust if need be in the later stages of the game. I expect the Exhaust would be very good against Parallelogram, but 4Shot has not opted for that.
Yeah, that is another thing that's interesting to me with Kai'Sa and Morgana not having, you know, the best laning phase, especially against someone who's such high early bullying potential like Azaya Rakan. Shirani did end up opting for Ignite instead of, you know, maybe a barrier heal, or an Exhaust.
I mean, if they can catch the Dark Binding onto Rakan, aside from being the soft counter as far as blocking his CC, Dark Binding will actually stop his dashes. Give Me the Tendies actually takes a lesser end of that trade against Parallelogram.
Yeah, the Camille Shield, it's called something.
Nice decimating smash from Kawaii Sheep.
Yeah, the Camille Shield doing so much work in that little skirmish there, just blocking 200 damage from it.
Alright, so Demon Print is really feeling the hurt from those Roar the Slayer. Kawaii Sheep will pop the Soul Furnace to absorb some more damage, and Deathcap for Cutie's bottom lane doing okay in this lane. Thankfully for them, they are the one. Pro Shiznitz is the one who picked up the 1 kill acquired by Deathcap for Cutie in that level 1 trade. So he's not too far behind. Actually, just about even 3 assists is all that separates them. And those aren't even, you know, the full assists, because everyone got assists in
everyone
that.
got assists, so it was...
The assist gold is distributed evenly.
15 gold, something.
Yeah. And, you know, Repit didn't even get to back and pick up an item with it, so whatever. Eh.
And now Gimme the Tendies actually has used his teleport getting back to lane after...
Oh yeah, Parallelogram gonna go in with the hook shot, but Gimme the Tendies hits his level 5. He's gonna go aggressive on a Parallelogram.
Parallelogram forced to back off, and Gimme the Tendies is gonna walk away and
Gimme the
push his
Tendies
luck.
did burn his flash in that level 1. It's not quite up yet, whereas Parallelogram still has his, so... Does have a little bit of leeway, but is going to have to recall. More than likely, yeah, will teleport to lane. And Gimme the Tendies actually going to take another recall after shoving the lane into the tower.
Yeah, Gimme the Tendies is ahead on items right now, but just by a little
Good Dark
bit.
Binding. Yeah, so the thing about Rakan is if you Dark Bind him while he's in transit for the Grand Entrance, it'll stop him, and he won't get a knock-up at all. And then you just sort of wail on him while he's rooted there.
Yeah.
And, you know, Kai'Sa does do a lot of damage, so... They do have kill potential, so Shirani's Ignite doesn't surprise me too much.
And it looks like Repit and 4Shot are going to go back, and Repit's going to buy an early BF sword. That's a 5-minute BF sword. So that is going to be a lot more pressure in lane, unless Crocious and Shirani end up going back and getting...
Okay, here's the Demonic Ascension popped by Demon Print, because here comes the King. Kawaii Sheep does have his flash, but the Body Slam flash will pick up the kill. The King is able to allow Demon Print to pull him in with the Ravenous block, and Kawaii Sheep does go down.
Yeah, good initiation by Demon Print. Good follow-up on the gank.
Ooh, Gimme the Tendies pops the Blade of the Exile onto Parallelogram immediately upon hitting 6, and that will force Parallelogram's flash. Has not hit his own level 6. Could use the flash taunt and into the wind slash. Gimme the Tendies styles on Parallelogram.
He was not expecting that one. He barely had time to even start his hook shot before getting stunned and killed by Gimme the Tendies. Good surprise engage there.
Gimme the Tendies, his first game that we saw of him filling in for iMEN, by the way, now permanently on their roster. He played this Riven to great effect, and it was quite scary. And Deathcap for Cutie looking to try and find Force Shot, but they will not find the Dark Binding, and he'll be able to Grand Entrance over into the Dragon Pit. Repit gonna throw out some feathers onto Shirani.
Oh! Shirani taking so much damage from the Blade Call there.
Really just bad... Really not the best play by Shirani. Sure, he didn't die because the Black Shield allowed him to not get rooted there, but that was not the best pathing on his part.
Yeah, a lot of damage there from, what was it, 4 feathers that came in, and just, you know, tore through his health bar. But he's not going to go back. He's just going to start chugging potions and basically...
Ooh, a never move pulls in Kawaii Sheep. Demon Print
tower.
Parallelogram now has to play very carefully against him. He actually uses the hookshot to go in, gets stunned up by Gimme the Tendies. He doesn't have nearly as many items as Gimme the Tendies does. He probably shouldn't look for those trades.
Yeah, Gimme the Tendies with the full Ninja Tabi now.
Oh,
so.
but he does have the support of Soapy here. Arcane Comet will be popped.
Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Repid and Fourth Shot are going to just continue pushing this lead that they've, this small lead that they've built for themselves. You know, shoving into turret, trying to force Pro Shiznit to miss some CS.
With two kills to his name, Demon Print already has a Rod of Ages pre-8 minutes. The King sneaking his way into a side brush. That second one is warded, but it hasn't spotted him yet.
Yeah, the King does not have flash, so he can't do a flash engage and, you know, close that distance a little faster than they might expect.
Unstoppable onslaught used into the bottom lane here from a pair. Kawaii Sheep, he misses it thanks to the Feather Storm. Pro Shiznitz is going to have to flash away from the explosive cast, but that means Kawaii Sheep, he gets a 2-man knockout with the Decimating Smash. Tormented Soil is ticking away, but here comes Soapy. He's in there. There's a root onto Kawaii Sheep. The quickness, the Rakambo comes in. They charm up a few members. Dark Binding lands, though. Pro Shiznitz picks up the first kill of the fight. He jumps in under the King with the ultimate. Gets him too. It's 2 kills over to Deadcat for Cutie. They're looking for Repid. Black Shield popped down, throws down the Void Seeker. Flash away, and it will be 2 for 0 in favor of Deadcat for Cutie.
Okay, yeah, Kawaii Sheep...
Oh, Demon Print flashes, gets the never move, and pops him with the shotgun.
He's going
looking for Shirani. A Dark Binding will end. Demon Flare is enough. A double kill for Demon Print. Soapy, only level 5 to level 8, cannot go in onto this mid laner here.
Oh, but Demon Print oh, they're both so low. And meanwhile, Gimme the Tendies actually solo killed Parallelogram again, and he's going to take first turret.
Yeah, a solo tower first blood for Gimme the Tendies after killing Parallelogram a second time. He's now almost doubling Parallelogram CS, and that's a very big ribbon. Not to mention Demon Print as well, roaming down, picking up 2, and not even dying. Soapy's so far behind, hasn't been able to make the ganks, or hasn't found an opportunity to gank onto the members of iMEN, by the way.
Yeah, that the level 1 losing his leash put him back.
That was really bad for him.
Yeah, we haven't seen any of the aggression that you'd normally see out of, you know, a Shaco Smite and Ignite.
Yeah, and I'm honestly, I think if he tries to support Parallelogram against Gimme the Tendies, they just get 2v1.
Die, yeah.
It's a level 9 Riven to level 7 Camille and level 6 Shaco.
Yeah, and meanwhile, in the mid lane, you've got Kawaii Sheep with the Spectre's Cowl, but still...
Oh, there's the combo, goes in. He doesn't get the Black Shield up, and there's the quickness after killing Root. Shirani throws down the Soul Shackles and the Dark Binding, but it's not going to beat up a Repid, going very low. Pro Shiznitz pops him with the passive. Parallelogram goes in. He follows with the jump, and the Hextech Ultimatum. 4th shot, there's nowhere to go, and it will be 2 kills yet again for Deathcap for Cutie, but they cost them their support.
Yeah, and Parallelogram has used his teleport. He has to walk back up. Meanwhile, Gimme the Tendies, supported by the King on the top side, are just pushing.
Oh, they're looking for a 3-man onto Demon Print. Slows up. Unstoppable onslaught, and Demon Print gets knocked up all over the place. There's nowhere for him to go, and it will be a shutdown going over to Soapy.
Demon Print had nothing to help him there. Just the CC train, plus the fact that he didn't have flash. Pretty much an easy kill. And gives Soapy a kill.
Oh, Parallelogram coming in with the hook shot. He's gonna flash onto Gimme the Tendies. Gets the knockup. Soapy's here as well. Shirani coming in. There's the stun onto 2. A body slam comes from the King. It will be Soapy going down thanks to the damage, but it will trade away Gimme the Tendies. A shutdown goes over. Parallelogram gonna hook shot onto the King. A Dark Binding into the Tormented Soul. And Pro Shiznitz will pick up a killing spree. 5-1-2 on this Kaisa.
Wow, okay. Yeah, with that, they basically get back in range of an extremely competitive game. It was not nearly as close about 3 minutes ago, with Gimme the Tendies solo killing Parallelogram 1 or 2 times and just pushing that lead top lane. But now he's dead, King is dead, and Demon Print died. Yeah, and this is interesting.
Deathcap for Cutie, they're Pro Shiznitz has gone for a build that I haven't seen yet. I still don't know what the best Kaisa build is, but his first item is a Death Stance.
Yeah, I have never seen a Death Stance first. Usually it's Essence Reaver. But suppose what is her Q upgrades off of AD, right? That's
yeah, so her Q upgrades off of AD. Hold on a second, as Demon Print going in with the Demonic Ascension onto Kawaii Sheep, looking for the Death Demon Flare. It's not going to be enough to take him out, but it will force away his flash.
Yeah, Demon Print pressuring in Kawaii Sheep, forcing him back, forcing Soapy to, step in and stay around that lane. And meanwhile, Tendies is just farming top, taking those minions. Wow.
Ooh, Soapy looking for something onto the King, and here comes the bottom lane with Deathcap for Cutie. They get the body slam away. He's going to use the slow from the barrel roll. Dark Binding thrown the other direction, trying to catch one of the bottom laners of iMEN, by the way. Soul Shackles comes in, but they break the tether almost instantly. And it will be iMEN, by the way, with a clean escape on both sides.
Just back.
Ooh, there's a never move though, and here comes the King, but Parallelogram is here as well. They can interrupt the body slam, and Unstoppable Onslaught goes in. Demon Print coming around the side. Parallelogram and Soapy are here to support him. A Decimating Smash Explosive Cast is not in time to interrupt. It's the Fear coming through, and the King will fall. Demon Print now on the run. Roar the Slayer will slow him up. The Soapy clone coming through. Decimating Smash will knock him into the air. Hookshot. They go in. Hextech Ultimatum to come through. The Void Seeker will pick up a kill, but never move. Roots up Parallelogram. And Kawaii Sheep drops tower aggro. Kill off his top laner.
It ends up being a one.
Oh, what?
Wow.
Kawaii Sheep walks in. Soapy walks in. Two members of iMEN, or a Deathcap for Cutie, walk in to give Gimme the Tendies his 5th and 6th kills.
And while Gimme the Tendies make sure that that Deathcap for Cutie is unable to push this lead the way that they want to, Repit and Fourth Shot just keep pushing and take that bot turret. That is now going to be 2 turrets to 1 as ProShizness takes the mid turret of iMEN, by the way.
That was so bad by Deathcap for Cutie.
Yeah.
Kawaii, first off, Kawaii Sheep had tower aggro, and Parallelogram played that as well as he could. He used the Hextech Ultimatum to drop tower aggro as the shot was in the air, stalling for more. But Kawaii Sheep just needed to tank one more to let him get out. But he drops aggro. Oh, close there on the steal. Almost able to get Parallelogram out of there in time. But he drops tower aggro, leaves Parallelogram to die to the tower, and then they think they have a numbers advantage, but when Kawaii Sheep walks in to get one shot by Gimme the Tendies, and then Soapy is kind of like coming around after counter jungling, and they just throws the Wind Slash and takes him out too. Just really bad play by 2 members of Deathcap for Cutie. They give up a lot of pressure, but they do successfully pick up a tower in the mid lane, traded away the one in the bottom lane.
Yeah, Deathcap for Cutie there was kind of relying on teamwork, and then, a slip up by Kawaii Sheep kills Parallelogram, and then teamwork doesn't really matter when Gimme the Tendies can one-shot you.
Gimme the Tendies. Hookshot comes in for Parallelogram. They stun each other. Dark Binding gonna go out. It does not land under Gimme the Tendies. Now Parallelogram needs to get out of there, but the Wind Slash comes through, and they will finally take him down. Almost lose Soapy for it. ProShizness is getting very big, but look at this build. Death's Dance and what looks to be a Gnasher's Tooth coming out next for ProShizness. I'm super confused as to what he's going for. Oh, Demon Print is going to get slowed by the Roar of the Slayer. The Void Seeker comes out. Unstoppable Onslaught. Decimating Smash will land, and there's the quickness being used to push him off. Force Shot coming through. A knock up onto 1, and ProShizness getting assaulted by Repit on the other side. Kawaii Sheep will be the first one to lose his life after Shirani goes down.
Wow, clean 2 kills there from iMEN, by the way, just trying to push this with 4 men in the mid lane and forcing Parallelogram forcing ProShizness to walk away instead of getting the back. So ProShizness can't fight them. Even though he's 6-1, he's got half health, half mana. He's going to have to back off, and there's nothing that Soapy and Parallelogram can do to stop this.
Yeah, this is iMEN, by the way. They're Deathcap for Kitty's making him fight for it, but they're slowly just sort of starting to lose out here.
Yeah, 5,500 gold right now at 17 minutes, and it looks like iMEN, by the way, are going to be able to take this Rift Herald. Unless Soapy and Parallelogram are here, can they try and stop it?
Yeah, they're trying to contest it, but a teleport coming in from Demon Print. Now Parallelogram cut off. Will hookshot his way to safety, and Deathcap for Kitty, they disengage, but they do have to forfeit the Rift Herald.
Right, and with all of the outer turrets for Deathcap for Cutie down, this is going to be a significantly stronger Rift Herald in that they can just drop the Rift Herald and take an inner turret, expose that inhibitor, and way into the base. Have the dragon coming up in, I don't know how long the dragon timer, and I'm so used to LCS, but they took it a couple minutes ago. It should be coming up in 2 minutes or so, and Baron is not coming up for another 2 minutes and 15 seconds, so it just looks like ironmen, by the way, are going to have to group and try and push this advantage on these inner turrets with that Rift Herald.
Yeah, give me the tendies jumping in onto Kawaii Sheep.
Yeah, and Gimme the Tendies is just doing what he's basically been doing all split. He's,
Oh, there's a never move landing onto Kaisa. Proshizit's trying to run away, but it will be a few auto attacks coming in, and they will shut him down. Kawaii Sheep now getting jumped on by Gimme the Tendies under tower. The Rift Herald summoned in the mid lane.
And they managed to take the inner turret before the Rift Herald charges it. This was on Reddit a couple days ago.
Oh, a never move will land. The Rift Herald charges into the tower. Black Shield dropped onto Kawaii Sheep. Explosive Cast will push them away, allowing them to get some tower damage. They roar the Slayer, the Rift Herald out. 4-shot looking for a knock-up. And the Rift Herald will resume its charge onto the tower. A Dark Binding lands, but no one from Death Capper can get in there. Soapy going into the back line. They're trying to get onto the ADC. There's the Hallucinate from Soapy, but he will just fall down. Parallelogram now running for his life. Too much peel for ironmen, by the way, and they will lose their top laner as well.
And while they were fighting, the
Demon Prince gonna pop the Zanyas. Demon Player is ready. He's gonna flash one. He gets 2 with the explosion. A never move lands onto Kawaii Sheep, and they CC him down. ironmen, by the way, get the ace onto Death Capper Cutie, get the inhibitor, and they're gonna look for the end of game 1.
Yeah, 10 seconds until Soapy comes back up, but he can't do anything. Parallelogram is gonna follow him, but ironmen, by the way, are just too strong to handle. They're gonna be able to take both of these Nexus turrets without much of a fight.
Yeah, will they be able to take the Nexus? They do have Soapy and Parallelogram. They're not even gonna try. They know that they can't contest with only 2 members against 5, no matter what. They're gonna hookshot in now, but Parallelogram is going to be very quick to fall. They will get 1. The King falls, and there's the quickness. The Rakambo comes through. They don't get the knockup, but Soapy is on the run, and he will get jumped up by Gimme the Tendies. Unstoppable Onslaught comes in. ironmen, by the way, they will take down Kawaii Sheep, pad some of those stats as the rest of them look for the end of the game. The Nexus is the focus. Gimme the Tendies on a killing spree as he takes down Kawaii Sheep one more time, and ironmen, by the way, will take game number 1.
Really clean game by ironmen, by the way. They just, they start their lead. They do what they've been doing all split. They give Gimme the Tendies a lead. He forces 2, 3, 4 members of the opposing team to come and face him, while his team goes around, gets objectives, gets turrets, gets picks.
Yeah. So a large amount of miscommunication from the side of Death Capper Cutie, and especially in that mid lane scuffle where Parallelogram ends up dying to the tower, and then a couple more give kills over to Gimme the Tendies. That just got him to the unstoppable point if he weren't there before already. In any case, that is game number 1 going over to ironmen. By the way, we will get into game number 2 in just a second here. Thank you all for watching. We're going to throw up a little bit of the standby screen, and we'll see you in a few minutes. Internet, hello and welcome back to OKLCS Spring 2018 Platinum Cap Quarterfinals. Again, this is the second and final quarterfinal for Platinum Capped. Death Cap for Cutie. Your number 5 seed up against iMEN, by the way, your number 4 seed. iMEN, by the way, took game number 1 pretty decisively.
Yeah.
A very strong performance and gave me the tendies on Riven, and we are in Champion Select for game number 2. Deathcap for Cutie had side selection. They opted for the same side. They opted to blue side, and they first ban away the Warwick from Iron Man, by the way.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the King plays a lot of Warwick. Oh, and Iron Man, by the way, are also going to ban Anivia, just like last game. And now it looks
Yeah,
like they're going in the same direction.
Yeah, still looking at the same ban strategy. Iron Man, by the way, you know, if it's not broken, don't fix it.
Yeah.
They're banning away the same things from Deathcap for Cutie, trying to deny them things that would really mess with their strategy.
Okay,
There's
there we
the
go.
Riven
Yeah,
there.
the Riven.
But that does leave open Fiora, which they had banned last game. The Camille. And they'll
away.
first pick the Swain away. That does leave open Zaya Rakan for Iron Man, by the way, if they want it again.
Yeah. Swain is a pretty strong power pick. He can
For
flex
sure.
mid and top, and it looks like
Yep,
they're just gonna
there
take
it
Zaya
is.
Rakan again. It's
And no Kaisa available for Deathcap for Cutie to try and, you know, whatever they like quote unquote counter it, which seem to be what Deathcap for Cutie were going for. I'm not sure how it works, but they seem very comfortable in that matchup. But they will pick the Jin for Pro Shiznits. Now the Jin with the Guinsoo's Rage Blade is really fun.
And it's actually that's a really smart pick, just because we know Gimme the Tendies is a very avid carry player. You're probably not going to see something like a Maokai or something that just rolls all over Jin. And
at the same time, though, Jin, once something like a Fiora gets onto him, he doesn't really have a way to escape. Yeah. And there's the Fiora we were just talking about. Gimme the Tendies will lock it in with confidence on the side of Iron Man, by the way. Don't want to let him go through a second round of bans. And now Iron Man, by the way, they get to ban away something on the side of Deathcap for Cutie. The Anivia is an option, or I'm sorry, no, it's not. They already banned that. Sorry. What did they ban last game?
What did this game? They banned
in the second rotation. What did they ban? They banned Zerath.
Oh yeah, Zerath and they banned Talia.
Yeah, and now but instead they're gonna look at jungle bans, trying to pinch Deathcap for Sophie's jungle pool. Echo taken away by Deathcap for Cutie.
Second, it's going to be. What do you think?
Probably another. Oh no, it's the Talia. Okay. Well.
Yeah. So, let's see. Deathcap for Cutie still has probably top laner and jungle to pick. I wouldn't play Swain into Fiora. That just kind of sounds like a bad idea.
I'm really not sure how that matchup works, to be honest with you. Sejuani is going to be the second ban away, again pinching away that jungle pull from the King. That Echo might actually be a jungle ban. I think we've seen the King play it. But in any case, it is a very good mid lane pick as well.
Shaco.
Wow, just to deny it from Soapy, possibly. I think it's just sort of like a.
Oh, whoa! Yeah, he locked it in.
Okay, I thought it was just like a tease pick to like say, hey, we know you kind of want to play this, so we're gonna
I don't know.
quote unquote pick
has the King played Shaco? I mean,
not in my memory. Karthus gonna be the mouse over here.
Arthas is going to be locked, so it's going to be a Swain top into Fiora. Actually, now that I think about it, Swain top is not the worst thing, because all of his CC comes from behind, so it's not like Fiora just, riposte it and then stun.
Well, you can. Like, the riposte, you don't have to aim it at the source of the CC. Yeah. Yeah, that's...
Oh, that's the worst.
Evelyn for Soapy. Okay. So I like this a lot. I like Evelyn. I think Evelyn's a very nice champion here. And in particular, there's a lot of pick power on the side of Deathcap for Cutie.
And Zoe?
Possibly? I think he's just mousing over whatever he wants now.
Yeah, but Deathcap for Cutie has a squishy team right now. Swain is the only one with any sort of tankiness.
Oh, Fizz!
Fizz! Wow. The squishy killer!
Holy cow.
Oh, this is gonna be a bloody, bloody game. One tank between the two teams.
Wow. Okay. And really not even very like a
Yeah,
true tank on
it's
either side. Swain like is tankier than the average mage. Fiora, kind of built some tank items, maybe,
yeah,
like a guardian angel. Oh, that
yeah,
gives me more AD. But um, really no true tank on either side here. So I'm very excited to watch this one.
yeah,
Now, Deathcap Rakiti, I think they have a very nice composition. There's a lot of power to pick somebody off. Evelyn will just sort of like skulk around looking for somebody. When she finds someone, they'll be like, okay, I'm going to press R. Jin's
yeah,
going to R at them. Karth is just going to R at them. And Evelyn will sort of like swoop in and pick up a kill
yeah,
if they can find somebody out of position. However, Iron Man, by the way, both of their carries have an invulnerability. Or an untargetability rather. Shaco has deceive to get out of most situations, and then Riposte will stop a lot of the power from Deathcap or Cutie. So
yeah.
not super easy to pick off any of these members.
Yeah, and Shaco ganks, especially in the bot lane, are going to be a big problem for Deathcap for Cutie. In the mid lane, Karthus doesn't have much to do, and Fizz can just roll all over him, but that's sort of a solo kill type of lane. It doesn't necessarily need the extra damage from Shaco, because Fizz does so much damage on his.
So I'm curious. Okay, so I've seen some mid laners, like some mid lane streamers at high elos. I'm not a mid lane player by any means, but some people say, "Oh, Karthus beats Fizz because you just scale, and if he tries to go in on you, you have her out of ages. You're tanky enough to survive most of his burst, and now he's just stuck in there with you, standing on the defile. You just hit him with the wall of pain to slow him and just pumpkin bomb him to death." Um, I would imagine that Karthus is generally good in that sense against Fizz. At the same time, though, if the king is able to get Demon Print rolling, Karthus has no way of getting
Yeah,
away if Demon Print gets on him. So,
yeah,
it,
and
it
even
can swing either way in that mid lane. Top lane, Parallelogram's going to have to do a little bit, play a little bit safer against Gimme the Tendies. Yes, Swain has a decently strong laning phase. You can just shoot at the shotgun, the
yeah.
Death's Hand. But he's going to be under a lot of. He could also be receiving a lot of pressure from the king. And Gimme the Tendies when he gets ahead is just such a terror to behold.
Yeah, and Gimme the Tendies, as we know, is a very aggressive, very trade-focused player. Now, Swain has the advantage there, but just because of his in-kit healing and regeneration and everything. But Gimme the Tendies with the maxed health true damage is going to do a lot in terms of breaking through Swain's innate tankiness that he just has.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of excited to see Pro Shiznitz build the Guinsoo's Rage Blade
Yeah.
and just like get 1,000 AD and one shot somebody.
Ugh, he's gonna be able to too.
It'll be so funny if that happens. 30 seconds left on the spectator delay. Iron Man, by the way, again took game number 1 against Deathcap for Cutie. Deathcap for Cutie have the chance now to even up the series, and Iron Man, by the way, though, they are one game away from qualifying for semifinals. Um, we'll have to see how this game goes. In my opinion, I expect this to be a very snowbally game, one way or the other, just based on their team compositions.
There's not much room for even trades in this in this team comp. It's either everyone dies or there just isn't really a fight.
Yeah. So the spectator delay is finally finished once the the load screen pops up. We will transition over there. We are going to get into game number 2 between Deathcap for Cutie and Ironman by the way. So let's see.
Right.
Electrocute taken by both Demon Print on Fizz and the King on Shaco makes a lot of sense. Evelyn for Soapy also has that Electrocute damage.
Makes sense. Jin taking Fleet Footwork instead of in Comet. That's mostly a personal preference sort of thing. I've always liked Fleet Footwork a little more. A lot of lane focused Jins take Arcane Comet just because it does a lot of damage early game.
Yeah, for sure. The Fleet Footwork will help him as the game goes on, more than likely, so he can just sort of walk out of there. Oh, you're right. I missed it.
They're off. It looks like Gimme the Tendies is heading top lane, so it doesn't look like it's going to be 5v5 sort of death ball. Okay, they're just going to start with a safe standard counter in mid.
Yeah, they don't want a repeat of the level 1 that happened in the last game.
Yeah.
That was highly problematic.
Yeah, as well as iMEN, by the way, not having the best level 1. It was a lot better with the Gragas and Riven with knock-up. Less so with a Fizz that can't combo and a Fiora that can't trade.
Yep. So let's see. Pro Shiznitz. So sorry, what was I saying? Oh, Kawaii Sheep. Take the Summon Airy Mastery on Karthus. Karthus is a champion that's not very, widely played. I understand the reasoning behind the Summon Airy. It's just sort of like more consistent damage. He doesn't have a slow on his damaging abilities. The Wall of Pain obviously is a slow, but the Arcane Comet can be pretty easily dodged if you are trying to just put it down with the Pumpkin Bomb.
Yeah. And
so the Summon Airy, a little bit of power. Also, it's a lot easier to hit with your ultimate.
Oh yeah, that's. There we go. He gets the first one on Demon Print. Value. There.
Yeah, value from your Keystone. That's what you want.
Yeah, who cares if you lose the game, as long as you get value from your Keystone. Oh. It's in the CS there. Dancing Grenade comes a bit early for Bridges. That's.
Now Parallelogram now getting jumped on by Gimme the Tendies. He's gonna get a second Vital proc off, looking for the third. Parallelogram trying to use the Death's Hand to push him away. Very nicely done by Gimme the Tendies. Comes out a little bit ahead in that trade. Parallelogram gonna chug some potions to come back up. There's the level 2 hit. Never move. Oh, it lands! But he doesn't have another Death's Hand to pop onto Gimme the Tendies, unfortunately.
While in the bot lane, it just looks like no one is going to be pushing each other significantly. So it's just gonna be nice and peaceful.
Nice and peaceful farming. 4-shot looking for something.
Nice
He's going to look for the Grand Entrance.
too.
Pro-Shistance will able to walk out with the help of the Fleet Footwork, but the Feathers will not root him. Deadly Flourish thrown out.
Yeah, Procious is taking a lot of damage there just from Deadly Flourish, and Rakan being able to run after him and just punch him.
And in particular, I do like the Fleet Footwork here. Rakan really hates playing against Fleet Footwork because you're able to walk out very quickly away from the Grand Entrance. It's actually very easy to dodge away with a Fleet Footwork movement speed.
Yeah, and it looks like it's gonna be back even.
And he's jumping onto him. There's the Vision of Empire being used. Evermove lands after the riposte, so will root him in place as the King tried to come in. Now Demon Print jumping onto Kawaii Sheep. Playful Trickster used. Gonna get a good trade onto Kawaii Sheep.
Yeah.
And that's sort of like the combo you do with Fizz. You jump onto them with Urchin Strike, and you get your passive run, your W passive running. Use the Playful Trickster to stall for it to come. Oh, that's a good never move!
Wow.
Vision of Empire comes through onto Gimme the Tendies. He goes very low, is running away now. There's the knockup. Is going to land onto Shirani. We'll get an Aqua Prison onto Repit into the Deadly Flourish, but it's not a lot of damage. Parallelogram low on mana. Gimme the Tendies turning it around. Shirani is going to get root. Oh, close on that root there. But the Death's Hand never moved. Not going to land.
Yeah, Gimme the Tendies is being very risky staying there. I mean, he knows the Parallelogram doesn't have any mana. Parallelogram also has mana flow ban, so if he's not paying attention, if that comes up, he can just use a free spell and then probably get another one off of that and just pop him. So Gimme the Tendies is
Does
forced
take
to
the
go back.
He takes the recall, teleporting back to lane after picking up double long swords. And Parallelogram gonna take a recall, but Gimme the a little bit too close to Gimme the Oh!
Oh, forces Parallelogram's flash.
Yeah, that riposte would have stunned if it had landed. Parallelogram knew he had to flash there, but honestly, greedy back and greedy to throw out that never move. It's very telegraphed. You know if it's gonna land. Even if it doesn't, that's the only thing you have to worry about riposting. Pulls him into the Vision of Empire, but now Parallelogram getting jumped on by Gimme the Tendies. The teleport used by Parallelogram after he picked up his own. There's a knockup missing from 4-shot, or Shirani almost getting caught, and here's Soapy. A teleport coming in from Demon Print. He's gonna cancel away.
Shirani uses his flash.
Looking for the 4-shot.
Shirani ends up using his flash to get away from 4th shot. Rapid and Fourth Shot save all of their summoners, so ends up being, even though it's 3
Oh, Soapy looking for the charm onto Repit, but he's knocked up. There's the charm landing. Deadly Flourish forces the flash out from Repit. So a summoner burned on that side, but the king is here. They're looking for Shirani now. He has no flash. If you remember, he's slowed by the 2-shift poison, but he will be able to walk out.
And now there are no potions in this bot lane, so they're playing for keeps now. Procious doesn't have mana either. I don't know as search.
Oh, Chum the Waters doesn't quite find Kawaii's Sheep. Close there. That more than likely would have been a death onto Kawaii's Sheep. He hasn't taken the time to recall and pick up any, health items. So, all in all, Kawaii's Sheep doing a good job holding his own in this lane right now. Teleport advantage over to him as well, since Demon Print did use it to dissuade the gank from Soapy. 4-shot going in with a grand entrance. Just under the minions. I think they're just trying to shove this lane out.
Yeah, I mean, Procious probably has to go back soon. He doesn't have much mana. He can't stay in lane for that much longer. But he can stay long enough to clear while Rapid and Shot are...
Oh, actually, Rapid
goes
canceled.
Back. Rapid doesn't.
Yes, either he wanted to stay in lane for this next wave since Deathcap or Kitty are starting to push it out, or he thought he was going to get interrupted. Demon Print using the Playful Trickster to push the lane onto Kawaii's Sheep, knows he has no mana with which to punish him. Not enough.
Yeah, Rapid getting this solo wave of XP. He's going to hit 6 with Procious and Shirani. So
The Tendies jumping on a parallelogram is going to get the slow. The Vital procs are available, and Gimme the Tendies just continuously jumping all over him. Never Move goes wide. The king was around the area, spotted out on a ward, heading back into the river.
Yeah, so Gimme the Tendies is going to this Gimme the Tendies thing and just kind of...
Yeah, there's the Vision of Empire being used as parallelogram gets jumped on. Demonic Ascension is popped. Never Move goes wide. Gimme the Tendies able to just keep away out the side, just outside of range of the Demon Flare. Parallelogram will pop it just to farm the wave. Gimme the Tendies. He might look for a dive here. Never Move will land, but the Riposte will not find the stun. Nicely done there by Parallelogram, but Chum the Waters has landed on a Kawaii's Sheep. Does he have the damage? Flash away! The DOT is not going to be enough with the Corrupting Potions running. No, he doesn't even have it. I was wrong. Oh, but there's a good Never Move on to Gimme the Tendies. The Death's Hand will not be enough damage to take him out just yet. Parallelogram doing a lot better in this lane against Gimme the Tendies than last game. But look at the king. The king is trying to solo out a dragon for the side of iMEN, by the way. Soapy none the wiser. Just taking away his own blue buff.
Side, yeah. And I think Soapy went that it would
oh, and that's an Infernal too. That's really quite good for iMEN, by the way. Never Move. Not quite going to find Gimme the Tendies, so that Riposte would not have stunned. It was blocked by the minions right behind him. Vision of Empire pop. Parallelogram. Oh, now gets jumped up by the Grand Challenge by Gimme the Tendies. He flashes for the 4th one, and Parallelogram is going to get solo killed. First blood going over to iMEN, by the way, his top laner. The Requiem was channeled, but Gimme the Tendies was not even close to dying. Now Soapy gonna look for something here. Charm is available, but gotta be wary of that Riposte. Oh, he does it! Soapy gonna get in there, uses the ultimate to run, but Gimme the Tendies is starting to win. Looks for the one more, will get it, and it's a kill back!
Oh, and the Triumph.
And the king comes in onto Procious. Oh, the Recombo comes in! Rapid, gonna get caught by the Aqua Prison, cannot find the feathers!
This is the flash heal from Procious, and it looks like the king is going to try and chase him a little. It's over the wall. Not going to be able to...
Oh, but Shirani, why did you walk back in here?
Shirani,
He's going to get knocked up by 4th shot. Aqua Prison lands onto 1, but he did not have tower aggro. Shirani will go down. Chum the Waters finds Kawaii's Sheep. Demon Print looking for a couple more autos. Playful Trickster is going to secure the kill, and he's able to walk out the other side. Requiem not available.
Yeah. Demon Print getting a good solo kill in the mid lane while iMEN, by the way, takes control of this bot lane and gets the first turret. And it doesn't look like Deathcap for QP is going to be able to do anything in return. You know, half their team died.
Soapy is looking to see if he can pick someone off. He will stop Repid's recall. The other two finish. And he's looking for the charm. He does have it. Repid does have the Feather Storm, though. And he will use it to dodge away. Soapy going to get the charm afterwards, but that's a lot of damage. And Soapy doesn't have his ultimate. Repid, Summoner heal. Flash away, but it's not going to matter when Repid picks picks up the solo onto him. Give me the tendies now jumping onto Parallelogram. Demonic Ascension was popped. And he needs to not walk in too close. Parallelogram flashes away.
He's not going to be able to get the big heal off Demonic Ascension because he was forced away from that minion wave. Parallelogram's just going to have to back off. Give me the tendies gets to push in a very characteristic way that he likes to push.
Yep, it looks like Tower First Blood did go in favor of iMEN, by the way. Picking up that one in the bottom lane. Now Give Me the Tendies gonna look onto Parallelogram under tower immediately after the teleport, and it's all 4 from the Grand Challenge. Another one picks him up. Solo kill, and he will get out alive.
Yeah, and now Give Me the Tendies is gonna get that turret gold for himself. Not first turret, but it's still a lot for this 3-0 Fiora.
Yeah, look, he has a Ravenous Hydra almost. Demon Print gonna playful Trickster on the Kawaii Sheep. So there's the tidal wave forcing the flash away. Nice combo from Shirani. Would have hit had that flash not come.
Yeah, so Demon gets some damage in on Kawaii Sheep at the
Oh, there's the
Chum
Chum the Waters. The King is here, and they have enough burst. Double Aqua Prison, and Soapy's gonna try and get one back. Will look for the Chime. They solo out Demon Print, and he jumps back away. The King now in trouble with the Curtain Call coming out, looking for it. Soapy will get a double, and the Curtain Call just comes in to put some parting damage onto Force Shot.
Wow. Yeah, that was yeah, Demon Print with the flash recently blown couldn't get away. He used the
iMEN, by the way, they have the Rakombo available.
That is 2v3, so actually 2v4. Soapy's in the wing things. So not sure it would be a very wise idea for Shot to go in there. They would just have to basically sit on this and try and defend the turret as best they can. Zaya has a lot of wave clear, so it's not going to be hard to dissuade them from this turret. Meanwhile, Give Me the Tendies, free farming in the top lane.
Yeah, that's problematic.
He's
And
35
Parallelogram
CS
can't even walk back to lane this way. Give Me the Tendies will just jump all over him. And now he's getting jumped on as we speak. There's tidal wave coming out. Aqua Prison goes wide. Demonic Ascension popped, and Grand Challenge is popped. Whoa! That's so much damage. Just pops him, and now Kawaii Sheep's in trouble. A double kill for Give Me the Tendies under tower, and now Shirani's on the run out through his own jungle. The Rakombo does not land, and he will force the flash out from Shirani. Can he get in there? No, he can't get the charm.
Yeah, and Kawaii Sheep just kind of dies. Doesn't he has the Requiem available? Doesn't use it. Probably for the best.
Yeah, there's no way he's gonna get a kill there.
And Give Me the Tendies and Force Shot are pushing with impunity.
Oh my word!
No one to stop them yet. Soapy is coming around, but that's 1v2, and Soapy isn't that strong.
There's the charm coming in, but Force Shot is able to just jump away onto Give Me the Tendies with the Battle Dance.
iMEN, by the way, are playing this so wonderfully. They're pushing all of the right leads. Give Me the Tendies is...
Demon Print's actually going to go in onto Prosistence. He's got the King here, and he doesn't need him! Kawaii Sheep now in a 2v1 situation under tower. They use the Hallucinate to drop tower aggro. Will they look for a dive? No, they're just going to force down the tower, and now it's a very easy kill if they want it. Kawaii Sheep trying to run out towards the enemy base. The King getting forced away. Requiem is available, but he's out of mana. He's going to have to go down if he wants to pop that. There's the playful Trickster. Flashes back towards the tidal wave. The King gets in the back line. Backstab comes through. Two-ship poison will pick him up. Requiem available, and there's no Hallucinate to break it. Oh, he doesn't have it! The King is able to survive, and now Give Me the Tendies coming around. Shirani's in trouble. Gets jumped down by 2, and Demon Print will pick up the kill.
My Sheep so under-leveled, so under-itemed. He just has a blasting wand. He doesn't even have the full
Rod of Ages
because he spent 450 gold on a null magic mantle just to try and stop Demon Print from tossing him around the way that he did.
Here's the charm onto Give Me the Tendies, but will it matter? First off, there's the charm coming through. They pull him in. They got the Rakombo. They will execute him with Soapy's ultimate. Now Force Shot is on the run. He's got the quickness. There's the Curtain Call. The First Shot will miss, but Parallelogram just pops him with the Demon Flare.
That was good team play, team pick and kill by Deathcap for Cutie, but I'm not sure if it's really doing much.
Too little, too late. And a second Infernal. Parallelogram hops over the wall. Will not be in time to catch iMEN. By the way, the Vision of Empire will spot them on their way out.
and 4 turrets to 0, 12 kills to 4, and it's not looking good for Deathcap's chances. And the CS leads as well. That's 50 CS in favor, yeah, almost 50 CS in favor of Gimme the Tendies over Parallelogram. 15 for the King, 10 for Demon Print. It's not looking good right now.
Very strong performance by Gimme the Tendies this entire series. First on Riven, now on Fiora. He just sort of walks in wherever he wants and just pops somebody on Deathcap for Cutie. Soapy trying to clear out some vision in his own side of the jungle, but here come Demon Prince and 4Shot up to try and cut him off, and he has to actually give that up. Chum the Waters is thrown. Parallelogram's the one who takes it. He's going to flash away. The Rakambo comes through, but it's not needed. Demon Prince is going to be going down there. There's the tidal wave, but it's not going to matter. They do lose 4Shot, but Gimme the Tendies is going to go in, jumps in, grand challenge onto Shirani, but it's ignited and flash onto him. Garrett is Roches that shuts him down with a dancing grenade.
Questionable flash there from Gimme the Tendies. The grenade was already in the air, so...
Targeted ability can't be dodged.
Yeah. But meanwhile, Repit, ignoring the deaths of his 2 comrades, takes the inner turret like a champ. And this has really been iMEN, by the way, just modus operandi. It doesn't matter if people die, they're getting turrets somewhere.
iMEN, by the way, with a just over 9k gold lead, 5 towers to 0. Deathcap for Cutie have not gotten close to those towers.
Yeah,
just been pressured all over the map.
Almost full health, and meanwhile, the King is actually soloing.
Oh, Demon Prince is going to Playful Trickster onto Soapy. They're going to blue smite him down, and he will be able to just Urchin Strike his way to safety. I actually don't think he knew Soapy was there. He's using the Playful Trickster to push the wave. Now the King jumping on a Parallelogram, Vision of Empire, and the Demonic Ascension pop. The Grump actually eats the Never move. Unfortunate, the King is able to get out of there, and 4Shot coming around just to make sure he's out.
Yeah, so now the King has Rift Herald. So, and this is actually a stronger Rift Herald than before in last game, because now 2 inner turrets are down. And it is just the top inner turret and hip turrets.
Yeah, it's not going to be long for this world. It's Gimme the Tendies. He's ignoring it just to jump on Parallelogram. The Demonic Ascension popped earlier. Will be an easy kill for the 6-2 Fiora. Oh, Chum the Waters. There's the tidal wave thrown out to disengage. The Featherstorm will be used, and Soapy uses his ultimate to get out. Deadly Flourish has landed onto Repit, but nobody can follow through as the iMEN, by the way, 2 members plus the Rift Herald force down that top lane.
Wow, and that is just basically going to be a...
3 inhibitors, Gimme the Tendies going in, slowed up by the Wall of Pain. Deadly Flourish goes wide, and here's 4Shot. Rakambo comes in, he finds 1 with a knockup, and Repit picks up 1 on the backside. The Requiem popped, doesn't do enough damage. No, nobody gets shut down here. iMEN, by the way, ready to look at the end of the game. Rift Herald pops into one of the Nexus towers. They're focusing down 1 in the mid lane.
And with 4 members on the side of Deathcap, they are just going to sit there and watch their inhibitor turret being taken. iMEN, by the way, backs off. Smart move by them. They had Gimme the Tendies very low, no mana. And
Soapy's trying to look for the revenge, but the stun from the riposte will get him out of there.
iMEN, by the way, just rotating back, buying all of this newfound gold. I think they all had gold from 3 turrets, as well as the kill onto Kawaishi. Yeah, Kawaishi. To come back, 4 items and chutzpah to try and end this game.
Yep. Parallelogram just trying to shove out that mid lane as best he can, but it's only a matter of time before iMEN, by the way, start to move in and siege onto the base of Deathcap for Cutie.
12,000 gold lead here, and most of it is actually focused. It's split between Gimme the Tendies and Demon Print. Basically the 2 scariest members to be ahead.
Yeah. Those are 2 champions you really don't want ahead.
Last time I saw an extremely fed Fizz, I think I just, sat down and gave up.
Yeah, like Fizz, a champion that, has sort of fallen out of favor. But when he does get very strong, he can kind of just like throw his Chum the Waters at the team and kill 1 person for sure. and probably get out. Give me the tendies now jumping on a parallelogram. Aqua Prison goes wide, a deadly flourish as well, and now he's going in. No more CC abilities.
1v5.
Never move goes out, and he's in there. Yeah, it's a 1v5. He gets one. He might get two. Riposte. Shirani will barely survive. Parallelogram has already gone down. The curtain call popped is going to slow up Repit. Featherstorm will dodge away from the charm, but his second one will land. There's the ultimate used by Soapy, but it doesn't do enough damage. They execute. Deadly flourish goes out. Kawaii Sheep cannot put down any more damage without putting himself at risk.
All of death cap for Cutie is so low, and that is a very bad thing against Demon Print and the King.
Chum the Waters coming out. Shirani gonna get hot by the proto bout. A good Aqua Prison. Deadly Flourish will get out the Zanyas. Wall of Pain onto him, but they get the shield. The Rakambo comes through onto two. Repit coming forward. He will crit down Pro Shiznits.
Oh, and the King is going to take this in him, and that's going to be all
three
down on the Favorite
Oh,
side.
wow. Parallelogram
Parallelogram
flashes
goes
in onto Force Shot. Now Demon Print, Playful Trickster's trying to get away, and now Parallelogram cannot chase any farther. A Teleport comes in. Demon Flare pop just to push away the minion waves. Never move used. Force Shot on the run over the side. Now Demon Print, give me the tendies, looking for the end of the game. Nexus Tower is the focus. Redemption coming down. Grand entrance comes through with a good route on a parallelogram. Charm goes wide. Soapy looking for something. Give me the tendies, throw pass, but he will more than likely. No, they lose Soapy! And give me the tendies is out. There's the Requiem being popped. Give me the tendies. Gonna go down to it. He gets one, and they lose more and more.
It is three members of Death Cap for Cutie, one Nexus turret,
Chum
and a
the Waters
Dream
gonna
left.
land. The fish fighting each other. Parallelogram is the focus now. After the flash from Shirani, Demon Print just jumps onto him. The King uses the Hallucinate, dodges away from the Tidal Wave, but it will be the Force Shot onto the clone. The Iron Men, by the way, have all the super minions they need, and they will look at the end of the game. They will take their place in the semifinals up against Reign of Kings Platinum.
An extremely decisive victory for Iron Men, by the way. 2-0 over Death Cap for Cutie. Using the same strategy in both games, Gimme the Tendies ahead, snowball lead onto Demon Print, and just use that to take objectives and kills all over the map, rotating at a speed that Death Cap for Cutie could not even handle.
And honestly, it's, good, well done by Iron Man, by the way, but, at the point where Gimme the Tendies gets that strong, you almost don't even have to worry about it. He literally went in 1v5 and got a kill. Almost got two. Just nothing to say. For Reign of Kings Platinum and any team that happens to meet Iron Man, by the way, in the playoffs on April 7th, you gotta watch out for that top laner.
Yeah.
He is a menace.
If I were Oklahoma Platinum Rush, I would.
Or no, they play against Reign of Kings Platinum.
I thought this was against.
This game determines who plays against Reign of Kings Platinum.
Oh, right, because the 16. Yeah, okay. Well, if I were Oklahoma, or if I were Reign of Kings Platinum, I would not be taking this team lightly. They are stronger than their rank would suggest, with Gimme the Tendies basically being able to control the map the way that has been.
Yeah, very nicely done by Iron Man, by the way. And with all the attention that Gimme the Tendies attracts, the rest of the team is able to thrive just as well. Demon Print had a very nice performance on the Fizz as well. Actually solo killed Kawaii Sheep a couple times in these games. Repit 5-0-1 at the end of game number 2 is just, pumping out damage, playing very safely. It's astonishing, actually, just how well Iron Man, by the way, played this game. They took literally everything on the map. 2 Infernal Dragons, 11 towers, everything. So that is going to be the end of the quarterfinal stream for Death Cap for Cutie versus Iron Man, by the way. Iron Man, by the way, will be taking their semifinals, taking the route to semifinals up against Reign of Kings Platinum. So we do know who will be coming to playoffs for Platinum Capped. We do have quarterfinals for Diamond Capped still to come. Unfortunately, they're scheduled at the same time, so we'll only be live casting one of them. The replay will be coming for the other one more than likely within the next 2 days. That's going to be it for the stream. I'm AlexAgent822. David Cosix, thank you for coming out and casting with us. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you hopefully on Friday.